Greetings to all you comic book readers out there. I'm Mike from Frontline, and welcome to my comic review that I will be reviewing digitally, even though before I reviewed these physically, I decided to go digitally on this IDW comic book, which is Street Fighter X G.I. issue number 3. And before I get into the story, just want to show you guys some artwork, which was drawn really phenomenally. And yeah, so basically for this review, I'm just going to go through the quarterfinal rounds of who versus who and how that person won. So without further ado, let's begin with the quarterfinals. Match 1, we have Rufus representing Street Fighter versus Snake Eyes representing G.I. Joe. And when I first saw the round, Snake Eyes was one-upping Rufus left and right. And after Rufus gave that one combo that shockingly got Snake Eyes, Rufus wins and goes and advances into the next round, and Snake Eyes lost. So that was a real shocker for match 1. And then we go into match 2, which is Jinx representing G.I. Joe, who fought Ryu in the last issue, versus Kaigan representing Street Fighter. And he's the guy that's all oily everywhere, and Jinx finds it really hard to fight him because of all the oil and always slipping. And she almost gave in to the anger, and Ryu was like saying, "Oh no, do not give in," and he was about to snap her out of it, but she snapped herself out of it. So that was really something else there, that she saved it. And as the anger was saved, Jinx has won and advances to the next round, and Kaigan loses. So that round was a real amazing one. And then we get into Guile, where he's just talking about, Bison, and how, Cammy was like really tough, and she's like severely hurt from the last issue of what we saw. And then we go into match 3. Speaking of Guile, we have Barton representing G.I. Joe versus Guile representing Street Fighter. And they're like exchanging blow for blow, and Kaigan used the illusion of being Cammy, which distracted Guile. And then after all the attacks and tactics that Guile used, Sonic Boom for the win, and therefore Guile advances into the next round, and Kaigan lost. And there's like a whole bunch of other things happening, which goes into the last match, match 4, of Storm Shadow representing G.I. Joe versus M. Bison representing Street Fighter. And if you guys have probably guessed already, Bison using his Psycho Crusher and everything else, while Storm Shadow's trying to use the arrow to destroy it. Bison does use it to let Storm Shadow forfeit, and M. Bison wins by forfeit. But Storm Shadow uses the ninja stars and basically destroys his Psycho Drive and everything else. And that's going to be a little bit tough for the next round, because that's all the matches, and Despero's liking how this is going. So the semifinals begin next month, where it'll be Rufus versus Jinx and Guile versus M. Bison. And like I said, I called it. It was going to be Bison versus Guile, but here's what I think's going to happen. And here's what I'm predicting that's going to be in the finals. It's got to be Jinx versus M. Bison, because Jinx versus Rufus, come on. Jinx is going to win that one easily. Guile versus M. Bison's going to be an amazing fight, and I would love to see Guile advance to the finals, but it's going to be M. Bison, because they want to, because I know that that's what they're going to do. It's going to be those two, and it's going to be a real match. But that's my predictions of what might be the obvious of what's going to happen. I won't know until next issue. But this issue was really a great issue. Rating I would give for this is, I give this rating between a 3.5 to 4 out of 5. The artwork was great, and the story was really building up. And I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to make it into the finals. And, you know, my predictions, I hope they're right, because then I'll say I called it. But as for the finals, if that's going to happen, I don't know who's going to win, because we're going to have to wait to see when we come to that. So with that, everybody, that's my comic review of Street Fighter X G.I. Joe, issue number 3. Before I go, don't forget to check out the websites of ComicFrontline.com, Zone4Podcast.com, and our YouTube gaming channel, Frontline Gaming Zone. We are your number one source for comic and gaming related news, views, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button to Comic Frontline if you haven't today. And leave your comments below. Who do you think is going to make it to the finals? Did you predict right of who made it into the semifinals? Any predictions, questions, or anything else, please feel free to leave in the comments. I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. So I want you comic book readers out there, Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care and keep watching. Later, everybody.